guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk to you about the twin flame cycle. And I'm calling it cycle on purpose because most of the time we call it the twin flame journey, but that makes it very linear, which is not, it's man-made time, right? It's like mind time, beginning, middle, end, and the end is always in the future. It's never now. So we want to get off of that. So it's actually more like a cycle, like a circle, where you have highs on the top and lows on the bottom. And this never ends with your twin flame. So I get a lot of clients that come to me and they have this concept that one day they will never experience triggers. This happens all the time. And I'm not sure why. It's because of mind identification, I imagine, but they think that there is a place where they don't ever have to be triggered again. That's not how life works. So the tide goes in and comes out. What goes up must come down. That's physics. We're human beings. As long as you're in a human physical body, you're going to experience highs and lows. It's the resistance to the lows generally and trying to hold on to the highs with this like kung fu grip. That's the problem. So if we just let the cycle flow as it does, then we would progress through our linear life, beginning, middle, end, and our journey, our twin flame journey, really smoothly. It would be a lot less dramatic because the drama itself isn't the cycle, it's the resistance to the cycle. So, for example, here is like a typical circle for the twin flame journey. I don't know if you can see this, but up here I wrote union, and that's when we're getting along with our twin flame. And then the bottom is separation, and that's also where we experience triggers. So people don't like to experience triggers. They don't like the lows because that involves painful emotions and we are afraid of the pain. But the reason a trigger comes into our experience is to help us grow, to help us expand, and also to help us to have room in our lives for that which we've been wanting. It's literally a doorway, but we don't look at it like that. So during triggers, we tend to push away the feelings in the body by creating these mental stories. And something that I help my clients do is trigger, like basically accepting triggers, trigger management. That's probably the biggest part of my job, is just to help people embrace their own highs and lows. Because once you stop resisting this cycle, which isn't really like a constant loop, it's more like a slinky. Like if you expanded a slinky and it was going up, 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 up forever, it's really more like that because there's no regression. Even if you seem like you've gone backwards, like let's say you had a huge fight with your twin flame and they blocked you, and this happens to clients of mine, you're not going backwards. It's impossible. So you'll revisit points of your life. You'll see parallels between now and the past, which is just a construct as well. And the reason you're going to see that parallel is because there was something stored in your body, most likely some sort of trauma, that needs to be released from that time. So there's no regression, there's just opportunity to literally let that go by feeling the feelings that you repressed back then because you were in survival mode. So there's a way to get off of this cycle, so to speak, and to be in constant bliss, zen, union consciousness. And it's simply to not resist the cycle and just observe it. Just observe the mind doing its thing. And, if your mind is going nuts one day, it's probably because your body needs to do some releasing. Like maybe you just need to take a walk or take a bath or do some yoga or something often. Or maybe you need to clean up your diet a little bit. That's often why the mind goes nuts. It's just physical stress. But you can just tell it in the morning. Just be like, not today, Satan. I'm going to be happy. Because the mind's just looking for problems. That's the whole point of the mind, is to solve problems. And when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Have you ever heard that saying? Like if the brain's purpose is to problem solve, everything's a problem. Just choose. It's a choice. It's a constant choice to allow this to get the better of you or to allow this to get the better of you. By this, I mean the body, the emotional body, the physical body. That's it. So if you're in union with your twin, or if you're in a high where they're coming towards you, they're texting you, they're furthering the relationship, they're telling you the things you always wanted to hear, like I love you, or I want to be in a relationship with you, whatever. It's easy to be happy and like in bliss. It's easier. It's harder, it's more challenging when they're blocking you, or other things in your life are going wrong, like you're having career issues, financial issues, your kids are not talking to you, whatever. It's harder then to remain in observation mode. And when I say observation mode, I don't mean pushing away the emotions here. I mean feeling the emotions in your body. This is the other thing that clients come to me all the time. They don't understand. They think that observation mode during the bad times is not feeling things. That's called bypassing. And it's only going to come back to bite you later, because you're going to have to eventually let that stuff out. It's actually feeling the feelings without letting the mind tell a story. Just feeling the body. It's like our society today has some disconnect from everyone lives from the neck up. You have to let the body process things. That's it. So that is just how you get into that constant peace, is because you won't care if you're in union with your twin or in separation. It's going to feel the same because the highs and the lows are equal from this perspective. I hope that makes sense. Like, it's going to be, it is what it is attitude. The mind hates this, right? Because the mind has no control here. The mind tries to prevent pain in the body, but it's really useless here. The mind is kind of useless. It's going to scream and be like, I am useful, but you can give it jobs to do so that it feels important. Like if you're having a trigger, you can tell the mind, please describe what I feel in the body. So it can be like, I feel a pain in the back. I feel a tightness in the solar plexus. Just give it a job to do, just a simple job. Or tell it to come up with something that you can do right now that feels good, and keep asking, what could I do that would be even more pleasurable right now? That's a great way to get yourself out of, the doldrums, is just to do that. It's so simple. Just give the mind small tasks and it will shut up. And yeah, that's how you get off of that drama cycle, is you don't resist it and realize it really doesn't, whatever your twin flame is doing, saying, like wherever they are in the world, that has no bearing on your happiness. Just like your thoughts have no bearing on your happiness. Even your emotions have no bearing on your true happiness, which is non-resistance. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you guys a little bit, and I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Bye.